Oh. I don't know how to say this other than like, okay, look, I wasn't gonna say anything. They told me like I can't talk about the investigation, and I was also told like you shouldn't tell anyone because it might drop morale. And then the first high command meeting that apparently took 3 hours to make that announcement literally says I'm suspended. So these are a bunch of incompetent, not everyone, but the decisions were made by incompetent, self-centered individuals attempting to save face.
Give me 1 sec.
Mhm.
Hello? No, I'm just having a talk with Brian real quick. Alright, bye. That's Sean. He said you're probably not happy with him.
Who?
John Danielson.
No, I'm not upset with him at all.
Okay.
Because what I know is that he was kept in the dark. Sparks is a fucking dog. She, from the very onset, look, I'm just going to tell you exactly what happened because I meant that, you know, keep this between
Before
us.
you say anything, the other day when Riker, me, and Miller were up in the hills having a chat, I did find out that you were under investigation.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't ask why, nor what did I, it wasn't my place. It's not my business. I just knew that you were. I didn't know what, what the cause was or whatever. I never found out. And I told them on that hill that it would stay between, it would stay there.
I understand. Look, Angel got sent a faceless video and they said, do the right thing or we'll release the truth. And the allegation is that I gave Andre to the besties, which they then proceeded to torture. They stole my phone logs, and then like pruned them, and they pruned them in a way where it looks like I had calls with Clark and then calls with Forehead, and they said that's when he was kidnapped. So they took that and ran with it. They were initially going to suspend me just on that. And even at that time, you know when they were hacking Mission Row PD, or we suspected they were, like
when
last
people
week?
found them under like that little arch?
And then everyone fucked off. We think it's then. What makes it
Is that
worse?
illegally?
Yes, illegally obtained records. So at this forefront, right, they told me about this. They were going to suspend me, and they managed to say, okay, well, you just got to be monitored by Rhodes. But here's why I made the comment that Sparks is a fucking dog. Because I got contacted by Forehead, and he's like, are you in trouble or some shit? Because Angel called me and said, are you deputized, and did Brian make you kidnap Andre and torture him? He said no. And then Angel texted Forehead and said, I can protect you. You know that, right? And so because this brainlet of a Chief Justice at its face doesn't even have the basic investigatory know-how to know that by doing that, you're effectively eliciting protection. You get my meaning? Right? Because we know they did it, but now you could just say, oh, a cop made me do it.
What are they going to say, that you were involved with the whole C thing too?
I
mean, you weren't even around. Well, let's be real.
That's exactly it.
You weren't even on duty.
And so, hey, Bobby, just give us a second, please.
I just wanted to inform that Jason is gone to bed.
Oh, has he? Okay. Easy. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
That man's, he deserves
so that was,
I'm gonna wait.
so I ended up, contacting Sparks. You know why? Because before this happened, I don't.
Oh shit, hold on. I'm gonna pass out if I don't get anything. 1 sec. You guys have anything to drink?
I took up some food. I don't have any.
I just need drink.
I don't have any.
I need drink or I'm gonna pass out. I'm gonna be up here for a little bit. Thank you. Thank you. sorry.
Yeah. So then what happens is, but so before, so I hear this from Forehead, and then I realize Sparks was asking me some sus ass questions, like not just that day, but prior. And so I confronted her. Now, mind you, before I confronted her, I showed the Chief Justice all the shit that was going on the next day. I filled in Sparks because she wanted to get filled in what's going on with Homeland. And the entire time they were plotting. And I say plotting because, what the fuck?
It's a fucking drone.
Jesus fuck. So, so I confronted Sparks. I'm like, are you investigating me? And she said, oh yeah, and I've been blah blah blah. And I said, okay, you're fired. To which she says, and I say, if I did what Angel told me I should do, because Angel instructed me if anyone tries to investigate me over this shit, to fire them. Angel didn't write any of this down, so anything that she said, if she even fucking remembers it, is like completely reneged. And
You know,
so, with that having been said, I then said, you continue doing what you need to do until I figure out what the fuck is going on. Because mind you, I have a different set of communication than the DOJ, which is something that they don't, for some reason, accept. They think it's like make believe. And I didn't want that confusion and awkwardness, right? Because I'm kind of, it's been an annoyance I've had to deal with. So I said, keep doing what you're doing. And I'm like, hey, can I at least answer to what these allegations are? She said, sure. She then told me that the DOJ got the Angel got like this video from them. She showed me the video. At the end of this, and Miller was like there for all of it. She started to cry and she said, so now what do I do? I'm fired. And we and Miller were like, what, are you okay? We just clearly not fired, and you just got done doing an entire 30+ minute investigation. Like, what's going on here? So she tried to play some like weird ass like manipulative shit, like where I'm like trying to coerce her over a very clear meme. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't have a nice way to say this, is like me trying to break the tension and being misconstruing a joke that way for your own good. Like either you're doing something dastardly or you're dealing with the, I'm just not going to say it, but like for me, that's not an excuse. This is the state in the career.
this is actually what the faceless want. They want people to fucking not trust
Yes.
each other.
It gets worse. I then have not been spoken to, and I speak to Moss. I give her my concerns, and I tell her I'm going to let her know the next day, like what's going on with, and I told her like, because they started looking into me about like moving Alfonso and Lang over here, and they were saying that I gave them to the faceless. So I'm like, okay, so what's your story? I'm with the faceless or not with the faceless? Because now you're contradicting it. I also told them like I had state orders to move them to a secure facility. And they're acting like I'm lying about state orders. So once again, I'm in an awkward position. And I gave them state orders or something that tend to be rather classified. And I'm not going to be freely sharing it with like dumb fuck 1 and dumb fuck 2. Right? You understand my meaning? Right? Like
Yeah,
these
100%.
correspondences are not for that. And to me, it's kind of cringe these topics are even opening up to begin with, because the right route is that they go through whatever channel to get the confirmation, right? Not keep demanding it of me, but they have. So what am I supposed to do, right? Pretend it's not occurring?
Yeah.
Let me go further. After giving an entire breakdown of the situation, and even highlighting things like I was getting calls from them about the bounties that the fucking DOJ put out. Like they're completely ignoring the fact that Andre Tyson had no torturable value, right? The guy gives us everything. But because we're dealing with people that are completely unplugged from San Andreas, if we're going to be honest, Chief Justice has been nowhere to be seen. She has no idea what the fuck is going on, right? The more power to her, but like, she's not going to have context. Sparks has not been involved with Faceless. Neither has Moss. Neither has Shields. So when they look at the allegation, they have no lens to be like, oh my God, maybe Brian did this crazy thing.
It's just all
but
assumptions.
it doesn't make any sense. Like it's retarded.
But it's literally all based on something that they've been giving that they received illegally.
Yes. I then wrote them an entire letter as to why I'm not going to give them my phone records. And a big part of it is they're so blinded by saving face. And maybe they don't truly understand what corruption is. But you have to be an uneducated dumb fuck to not recognize that if a terror org is extorting you to do something and you give into their demands, that is by definition corruption. And that's not even did Brian do corruption, ? Based on stolen records and like still circumstantial evidence. This is by admittance corruption. Because on this thing, it says, I forgot what it says. It said, do this or we'll like release it. And this was on the eve of the bombing. Like, you have to be crazy.
They came to me, by the way.
Yeah.
As soon as they saw the subpoena for the Truth Twatter records, they came to me asking for them.
Yeah. Sparks has lost it. I'm going to quote her. She gets orgasms off this shit. Those are her words, not mine. And she had the audacity to try to relate this with internal investigative matters in which have led to resolving matters. Example, when she decided to work with the archivist and leak shit to her fucking girlfriend, right? She doesn't see how dumb this is. She just sees the goalpost and she sees this as a career advancement. For Angel, it's fucking saving face. And look, they can say to me all kinds of, promises and other excuses. But when you look at it plainly, these are individuals that decided to destabilize Homeland the eve before the disaster. And now a continuing, situation that is we're gonna pay for it for the next little while, right?
Can I be frank with you?
Yeah.
So when I first joined Homeland, do you remember what you said when I told you that I was dealing with the yard shit? You said that this was more important. I'm gonna be honest with you, Brian. I don't care if you did it. I don't care if you didn't do it. The point of this is that there's bigger things right now that need to be worried about than stupid shit like this.
And that's my problem.
And it's fucked up.
Imagine for a second being like, hey, we need to see if this allegation is fucking true, while this person literally was involved with killing one of our own and in the midst of trying to kill the rest of us. It is fucking disgusting.
Yes.
And
I'm gonna be real. When I first met you, I didn't really know you. So I really don't have anything to go by or like what kind of person you are. But I see you as a leader, and it's very upsetting that this happened to you. Because I feel like you are the person who is going to be able to help stabilize this as much as we can. And it sucks that this happened. I'm actually upset. Also, do you know how long this has been going on? How long have they been looking into it?
I think it's been almost 2 weeks, because one day Chief Justice came around, and the mayor told her that Dragon said that we're not speaking with him. We're not giving him any information. He doesn't know what's happening. They're not getting a plea deal. And Angel called me on some like crazy energy. And all of it was because of a mistake Opal made, which would have been as much as a civil suit. She doesn't give a fuck about anything other than what people perceive her as. And as for Sparks, she, I think, pictures herself as some sort of savior when the reality is she is a fucking useless tool that we've utilized.
She can, like you said, where she can one up.
Yeah.
And always, you know,
Yeah.
use that to her advantage to get where she wants to be in life.
No. For me, it comes down to, it's this simple. You're either going to protect these people or you're not. And we're going to have to do questionable things. And the fact that questions are being asked before any questionable things are being done, that's a problem.
Life isn't simple. Some things have to be changed in order to, you know, some things have to change. Sometimes you have to adapt to things in order to survive.
No.
At this rate, it's all about survival. And if shit like this happens, like, you're literally giving them what they want. They see you as a threat, and that's what they did. Brian, you know that, right?
We just gave ourselves up to the faceless. Imagine everything that we did, and the first moment, the person who's declared themselves the top of the top handed their fucking soul to the faceless.
Yep. You know, what you're telling me kind of makes sense. On 11 days ago, after a meeting, I think, do you remember that day where we thought that Brittany got kidnapped from the city hall by Lang because there was shots at her car? Do you remember that? It was recent. And everyone went to the courthouse and couldn't find her, but then we found her like an hour later. If you don't, it's okay.
Say that one more time. I'm trying to recall the situation.
It's okay. There was a shooting at the city hall. Brittany's car was there, but she wasn't there, and they thought that maybe she got kidnapped by them. But then, like an hour later, we found her walking out of city hall. I don't know if you were on duty because I remember you on radio, but everyone was freaking out, you know, trying to prioritize that. But we found her at city hall. It was exactly 11 days ago. We went to City Hall. I forgot who I was with. I asked her if she's okay, and she said yes. She said, "Can you do something for me?" And I said, "Sure." She said, "Can you find out when the incident happened?"
Wait, that is literally the dragon situation.
Oh, I don't know. But she personally came up to me and said, "Can you look into something for me?" And I said, "What?" She said, "Can you give me a date of when the Babylon stuff happened and when they got broken out?"
Imagine being so ignorant, being so out of touch is what has been going on, and thinking you can piece this puzzle. This isn't her life. This is ours.
She told me to text her the date of when it happened, when I found it.
You're talking about the Alfonso Lang situation?
Yes.
Yeah, it's the allegation made by fucking Miguel, not Miguel, sorry, fucking McAllister. This fucking dumbass went on one faceless mission and it fucking broke him.
But yes, 100%. The text is literally 11 days ago is when I texted her. I literally just told her July 7th. That's literally all I said. Because she asked me. That's the only text I have with her.
Yeah.
1 week ago, it says 11 days ago, July 7th is what I texted her. I never heard anything back from her. Never thank you, nothing. I don't know what she needed it for. I don't know if it was for this situation.
Jesus.
Well, I am truly sorry. And I hope that karma bites them in the ass and they realize they fucked up.
They're going to be known as a bunch of weak individuals.
Yeah.
You don't ever bend to terrorism. It's the opposite of everything we should be doing. And that to me is a problem. But you know what? That's something that they're going to have to live with, and I will be sure that I am a reminder, right?
So what are you going to
Well,
What are you gonna
depending on how things go, I'm going to be helping out over here until God knows what this investigation turns into. I mean, it's already turned into a bit of a witch hunt. They're looking for something.
Do you
So-
think that this countdown is something to do with you?
It's about me. It's the threat towards the DOJ to coerce them to do something about me. But they're too blinded and too self-centered, thinking about how their future looks rather than the future of the island and what these actions on me would, what its effect would be on the rest of the departments.
You are literally the leader of this. It's going to crumble. It's going to fall apart, and everyone's just going to give up.
That's what happens. Everything the Faceless said, Baker, about people holding positions of power and coveting it, these fucking stupid fucks don't realize that they've walked right into their goddamn trap. And when I say it, it's like irrelevant. And you know what I say to them? Fuck you.
I don't know why, because they're fucking manipulated. You can't tell someone who's already fucking too far gone.
Manipulation requires. I think I think it's just being too light saying it's manipulated. Manipulation takes time. This is who they are as people. They were given a choice, and they
Power.
took the selfish path. That's how I feel, at least.
What is that one saying? There's a saying about power. It always outweighs everything.
Power corrupts. A
Yeah.
lot of people, when they have it, they don't want to throw it away.
You know, when I became a police officer, my whole philosophy was I don't give a fuck what rank I'm in. I can do whatever I need to do at any rank. You know? I don't really give a fuck. As long as I have a badge and a gun and I have an oath to protect, that's really all I give a fuck about.
Yeah.
And that's who I always will be. Rank is nothing to me. It's about going out there saving lives or saving you or saving other people on the streets. Including, our own. That's all I give a fuck about.
That's what it should be. You know?
It's sad that other people, that it's turned to this. And how am I supposed to trust those people to have my back when I need them like I would have theirs, you know?
Sparks said, "How you doing, director?" this morning, as I tried to come into work. Well, she fully
Which
knew
she
what
knew.
was going to happen,
Yep.
and I drove off looking at the person that I'm genuinely. I'm going to be honest. I wholeheartedly put. I. She was crying next to Cassie. Hours later, none of it mattered.
Again, power.
Yeah.
That's all they care. That's all they care about.
Look, at the end of it, I'm going to be fine. I've been through this rodeo before, right?
Yeah. But you've been through it. You shouldn't have to be through it again.
It's
That's the fucked
inevitable.
up thing.
It's inevitable with me.
Not fair. You don't deserve it as a person.
Here's how I make sense of it, right? And this is going to sound a bit egotistical. Every war in the history of man tends to have leaders on opposite sides. And those on one end are always going to point fingers at the opposite leader.
I'm gonna sleep up here with you.
So if they look at
Okay.
me as a threat, then I am doing the right thing.
Rohan, come back here. Rohan, come back here. Rohan, come back here.
Yeah, but what happens when we lose the chief and there's too many Indians that don't know what the fuck they're doing?
That's already happening. Like I
Yeah,
said, these
again.
people aren't around during this. They're not tapped in.
Exactly.
They don't give a
Exactly.
fuck. They don't have the
Ryan,
attention
we're
span.
fucked.
No, we're not. That's why Fort Lockhart is here. This is what I wanted to do a month ago, and I was demanded by Angel to do otherwise. And then she fucking rug pulled. And she won't admit to it. But now this is the right thing. It is about survival now. It is not about fighting back. They are too powerful. We just need to survive. When the Chief Justice has already sold her soul to the Faceless, that's it. What are we gonna do? Think about it. What can we do?
Nothing.
Look, we go
It's
shoot them down,
done.
and it's gonna be, oh well, maybe you shot too hard. You know what I'm saying?
Or they're just gonna, get medical, heal up, and go back out there and do the same shit again.
Right.
That's why it's catch and release.
The whole martial law gimmick, and I call it a gimmick because it's not fucking martial law. It's,
It was an excuse.
no. It was, yeah. I still remember that fucking announcement. Hey guys, such and such is changing now because now the state is safe. Do you remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I remember reading those words and I'm like, who the fuck is telling you this?
I just want to know, are you gonna be okay?
Yeah. I actually feel fantastic.
Okay. Do
Look,
you feel like a big weight is let go of you?
It's a I don't. Yes,
You feel free?
I feel free, and
Yeah.
now I got a entirely new thing to be focused on. You know what I mean?
Just know that I do appreciate you, and I'm glad that I met you, and I do look up to you as someone that, is a leader and a strong person, a strong individual, and I respect you 100%.
Yeah,
And no matter what, I got your back.
I appreciate that, Baker.
Yeah. I don't really talk about my feelings, but in moments like this, I feel like, it needs to be said.
Yeah, I think I feel like over the last 9 months, for those who, fucking year, I don't even know at this point, but, I think the team has done incredible things. And even though at the end of all this, we're sat here with absolutely with nothing,
Feels like we did all this for nothing,
It does. Cleveland, fucking New Babylon, fucking all the faceless shit we did. I mean, fuck the amount of times we've protected Darkstone convoys only to get the one thing that we got out of it is being able to walk away and say, hey, at least we fucking tried. Right?
The way I see it, everything that we always did to protect the water, the docks, the prison, the radio towers, I feel like nothing mattered because they are already ahead.
Yeah.
Honestly. That's how I feel.
Well, if this thing goes through, look, I'm gonna tell you, Baker, all right? They want me to be the general of the US military.
Oh, fuck
San
yeah.
Andreas.
Hey, if that happens, I will quit and come work as a private.
No! Oh my god. Listen, there's kind of like a lot of folks looking to see what's next, and
Not gonna lie to you, I would love to be a private.
I like fuck all the other shit. Like, you know what I mean? This is it. Yeah.
Fuck yeah, we need an army.
I haven't been approved. I could literally wake up tomorrow and they say no, right? But, I'm gonna...
I think you deserve it, and I feel like you would be a good fucking general. And I would love to serve under you, sir.
Hell yeah, Baker.
Put me in, coach. I appreciate the talk.
Yeah.
Anything, please let me know.
Hey, I appreciate it. All right.